Would it be fair to say the last two games have felt almost like wins?
Kind of. I know what you mean. Probably haven't got what we've deserved, if I'm being honest, and I'm usually pretty straight. But I've been really pleased with the players, the whole squad. You know, they've worked incredibly hard. They've gone up a level. We've give the majority of the boys that got us there, you know, a go, and they've shown that they can hold their own, which has been really pleasing. And I think they've realised after the first game we have to be tactically more aware, which is what we did on Tuesday night. We put that into practice, did some work on Monday, and sometimes it's not going to be all about us with the ball. Sometimes it's got to be without the ball, and we showed that the other night really well. So on the whole, really pleased. I think there's a lot more to come, but we can be really happy with what we've done so far.
Yeah, obviously it was a long night on Tuesday. Are they mentally, physically tired, or are they energised by their performance?
Well, what we did, we gave them 2 days off because they've not really had any time off, you know, in a block since they came back. You know, they've been at it, hammer and tongs. So we thought it'd be a good chance to get some rest into them. Obviously, we gave them the instruction that had to do something. You know, they had to have some kind of exercise, swim, walk the dog, whatever yesterday. And then we'll have a light training session on our way up to Mansfield at Birmingham City. You know, they've kindly helped us, let us use one of their pitches, so we'll have a really light training session and be really organised for tomorrow. Yeah.
You say about tomorrow, Mansfield, you sort of tipped them as one of the to win it or to be up there?
I think they'll get promoted. I think, you know, if anyone that finishes in and around them is going to have a good season. I mean, you start off with the club. And the owner, and he seems as though he's a good owner and chairman, and backs the manager, and he's backed Steve. And if you're going to back anyone at this level, it's Steve Evans, because he's got so many promotions on his CV, and they've done that. Steve's recruited really well, I think. Brought some players in that are not gambles at the level. He knows what he's going to get, and I think there'll be a real force this year. It'll be a tough game for us, but you know what a game for us to go up to Mansfield. There'll be a big crowd there. They'll be baying for blood, and it's great for us. You know, we could have been, without being disrespectful, we could have been going to Dover or somewhere like that, you know, tomorrow. But we're not. We're going to Mansfield Town in front of a big crowd and trying to show what we're about.
For people who don't know how Mansfield's set up and how they play, what type of team are they, and what are their strengths?
There'll be a real front foot, aggressive 4-4-2. Get it in the final third, play some nice football in there, try and cross the ball in the box, and create chances. And that's the way Steve plays, and he's got amazing success with it over the years. And they'll be right in our faces, and we're fully expecting that.
Yeah. This week I noticed on Facebook Mark Ellis had changed his profile picture to him lifting the cup at Wembley. I know you've got a little bit of an injury with the boy you brought in from Nottingham Forest. Is that just Mark loving Forest Green by putting that up, or is that a little message?
Mark did really well for us on the whole, you know, and he got better the closer we got to the playoffs, and he was a real stalwart. He's under contract at Carlisle, Ash. You know, he's got a year left. There's money involved in that one, so it's not something that we can do at the moment. And Alex Jakoviti from Forest has come with an injury we didn't know about. So we're just trying to get that right, but you know, I'm convinced he'll be a real asset for us once he's fit.
Yeah. Are you still in the market for a defender?
Yeah, we tried to get one for the last 2 days, but it fell through. It was a more experienced player, but he wanted a guaranteed 2-year contract, which in my opinion was not the right thing to do, because he was getting on a bit, and I just didn't think it was the right thing for the football club. So I'm happy. If you look at the defenders the other night, Jack Fitzwater, at a young age, looked very good. Lee Collins, you could see why we brought him. He goes back to his old club tomorrow. And Manny gets better and better. You know, you look at Ethan Pinnock, and he's gone on and gone where he has. And Manny's 2 years younger than Ethan. So Manny's got to keep concentrating and listen to people like Lee Collins and Scott Laird, and he could go a long way.
Yeah, talking to the players, Sham missed a chance to get it into Aberdeen, but I guess one of the positive things about Sham, when he came on, he did make an impact.
He does, and that's what you want when you put a substitute on, they need to come on and impact the game. Some do, some don't, and it's not enough to just have the odd flash of brilliance. You've got to work hard like the others do, and the higher you go, you've got to work harder. It's not just enough to have one bit of brilliance that you think will get you through. You've got to work hard like everybody else, and as much as you can fault Sham for the miss, and I said to him after the game, don't beat yourself up about that because you'll get more chances. And I think once he scores, then he could go and get a free for us.
Yeah, and he does look a handful in League Two, doesn't he? He out-muscles people. He's a nuisance.
Yeah, he reminds me of a player who used to play for Bristol Rovers called Devon White. He's awkward. He's 6'4", runs 100 metres in 10 point something seconds, and I think if he comes off the pitch, every time he comes off the pitch, if he knows that the two centre halves he's playing against are thinking, I won't want to play against him every week, he's done his job, and that's what he's got to do every week. Yeah.
Finally, talking to strikers, Kane Woolery, who was a target, went to your old club Swindon Town. What are your thoughts on that situation?
We agreed a deal with Wigan. The chairman there was very, very helpful. We agreed a deal for a transfer fee for Kane. We agreed a loan fee to start with. Then that changed. Then we agreed a transfer fee, which was less than half of what Swindon have paid. And the last minute, for some reason, the agent and the player went cold, and you can surmise what you want from that. But obviously, I've worked at Swindon. I know how the transfer fees work there, and 350 grand seems a bit steep. But there you go. Good luck to Kane. Good luck to Swindon. But if the player doesn't want to come here, then we're better off without him.
Okay. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, Ash.